Salutations, Vikings. Welcome to our prologue to a Pathfinder series that I am planning to do with you guys together, with your help. And we're going to talk about what difficulty, we're going to talk about what kind of shapeshifter we're going to make, because the new class is out and a new companion is out. Apparently he's also romanceable. And we are going to make a female character fitting to this very Sarkorian Viking kind of looking guy. To pair them two up and see where that romance drags us. Question number one, difficulty-wise. We're gonna play on the core, because I feel most comfortable with that, because it's very tabletop-like. But should we dare a Last Azlanti run? Yes or no? Let me know the questions in the comments down below. And on top of that is, this will be a very backseaty approach, so we're gonna have a lot of discussions in the comments of like what should we skill on, what do you guys think is good or not good, and the only thing that I would love and appreciate is no story spoilers or heads up just of what you have, so just discussion of what you have seen and what we should tackle next. I'm gonna always have a little bit of time between one to the other episodes, so we have time to discuss, and this will be like a very communal experience. So if you like this idea, please consider thumbs up and subscribing, and let me know in the comments down below what kind of shapeshifter female we should make. So with that, let's have a look at the shapeshifter, because I have not seen what he has in store for us. I only know from the tabletop that he's kind of not a very present and strong character. He's made custom here. I need quickly a female picture of a shapeshifter. Yeah, female dwarf. Why not? Or halfling, whatever that was. So, shifter. Let's have a look. Classic shifter. What do we got? What do we got here? The shifter class offers player way of experience. The shapeshifter character. He's a very martial-oriented character. Very martial-oriented character. So, Shifter Claws. Shifter Claws, in her natural form, can extend her claws as a swift action. So we kind of become a Wolverine. Uses a weapon. Claws on each hand can be used as a primary natural attack and dealing 1d4 points of piercing and slashing damage. 1d3 if she's small. Oh, that's cute. As the shifter gains level, the power of her claws increased. Okay. So, at the moment, I think of a human, female human, and make her as tribal as possible to just, you know, have this stereotypical fit towards the new companion. Or dwarf. I would love a dwarf. As a shifter gains level of the power, claws increase. At third level, her claws bypass DR. That's interesting. Cold iron, magic, and silver. At third level already. We don't need cold iron anymore. That's nice. At 7th level, her claws damage increase. Okay, so every level the claws increase until towards the end it bypasses adamantine and everything else. Well, the shifter uses the wild shape to assume her aspect's major form. Her primary natural attacks gain the same benefits granted by the shifter's claws abilities. That is freaking amazing. Shifter aspect. But the druidic discipline of the wild shapeshifters become a living aspect of the wild. At first, they are able to assume only a minor aspect, but with time to practice, they can fully transform. Ooh. That's freaking amazing. Shifter's aspect. Sorry for the yawn. Have been a long day. Shifter's fury. At 6th level, a shifter gains the ability to make several ferocious attacks with the same natural weapons. Instead of attacking with all her natural weapons, the shifter can choose a single natural weapon and make a full attack with that natural weapon, gaining a second iterative attack at a -5. It was a manufactured weapon. When she does so, all her other natural attacks count as secondary attacks and do not benefit from the shifter claws. Okay. Second attack with her shifter claws in her humanoid form counts as secondary, but does not lose any shifter claws bonuses. That's interesting. The number of additional attacks increases with the shifter's base attack bonus. She gains another area of attack at a -10. Their BAB reaches 11, and so on. Okay, okay. So that's the classical shifter. Details. Let's bring it up. So, what do we got here? Defensive instinct. Second level when unarmored, not using a shield and conscious. The shifter adds a wisdom bonus to the AC. Okay. Here. This bonus is to AC even against touch attacks, and the shifter is flat-footed. And when he's flat-footed? Okay, she loses that if she's immobilized or helpless. Wow. And it does not work with the monk. Okay, that's good, because you can make some very cheesy stuff with the monks. Woodland race. Shifter ignores movement penalties caused by difficult terrain. And gains a +2 bonus to AC against attacks of opportunities. Okay. Okay. Track. Second level, a shifter adds half her class level as a bonus lore nature check. That's nice. So, a natural tracker. So, what do we get over here? Possible selections. We have a Wolverine with Wolf, Tiger, Spider, Lizard, Horse, Mammoth. Oh, Mammoth sounds interesting. Mammoth sounds interesting for what I have as a character in picture. By the way, let me know in the comments down below what kind of character you would like to picture here or have. Like race, attributes, how does the character think, what's his goal in life. Like a little story to the character so we can form something nice together. And grab more input from you guys and then discuss that. Best would be in the comments, and also we're gonna have a discussion in the Discord as well. Bear, boar, dinosaur, mammoth. I see down here dragon blood. I wonder if a dragon blood does shift into a dragon, because this one is gone, and over here we get the draconic aspect, metallic, universal, and chromatic. And later down the roads becomes a worm shifter, and then an improved worm shifter, and then a greater worm shifter towards the end. Oh. Close to the form of a true dragon. She becomes immune to sleep paralysis effect. She can also use wild shape to transform into a dragon at will. Oh my, I would be down for a dragon blood. I would be down for a dragon blood Fey form. A Fey aspect. Okay, Fiend Flesh. Fiend Flesh aspect. Okay, then we have a Rage Shifter. It doesn't get the Shifter clause at all, but gets Terrible Slam. And Devastating Form. Okay, we're gonna go through them bit by bit. So over here we are getting the chimeric aspect, greater chimeric aspect, and the final aspect. Good. What does that do? The shifter uses her shifter aspect ability to take on a minor form. She can choose 2 aspects and assume the minor form of each aspect. Interesting. Does she have them both active at the same time is the question? I'm highly intrigued. Highly intrigued. Light armor and medium armor. But the reflexes... what was it? Over here. If she's wearing non-metal armor, she instead adds half of her wisdom bonus to the AC. So you can kind of decide if wearing the armor or not makes sense. I like that. Shifter's Fury, we have read through that. Man, that's beautiful. quite simple what it takes of like the abilities that you unlock over here. All shifters aspects have a minor form and a major form. The minor form grants her shifter some of the animal physical traits, while the major aspect is the form she takes on when she uses the wild shape to transform. This ability lasts for 1 hour. The master shapeshifter mythic ability makes this duration permanent. Using major form is a standard action. Does not cause attack of opportunity. The shifter can use major form a number of times per day, equal to the shifter's plus a wisdom modifier. So wisdom plays a high role here, it looks like. Okay. But I'm mostly intrigued in this dragon shifter here. Although we lose our major form ability here, because we're going for the draconic. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's go one after another. This will be a very dry look at all the stats, what they can do kind of thing today. And then, of course, bring up the discussion what kind of character. But we're going to talk about that towards the end. Child of Manticore grows spikes from body, can throw them. Okay, so Manticore is an arranged build. And does the same with its spikes that it shoots. And has the same ability as the Shifter Claws, only that it's a range attack. Also 1d4 and piercing damage, and a 1d3 if it's a small Manticore. That's interesting. Child of the Manticore. Anything else? What is... Oh, that's neat. Manticore shape. Okay, so at level 4, can use her wild shape ability to become a Manticore. This ability lasts for 1 minute. Does not cause attacks of opportunity. And the number of times is plus the wisdom modifier. Okay, so same play, only that this is an spike shot. Good to know. And down here we have the Manticore aspect instead of bear, boar, dinosaur, blah blah blah. Dragonblood has the same thing, only that's a dragon aspect, and we lose the major form ability. But that kind of gets applied later down the roads as we're getting in Worm Shifter. So the Fae, what does the Fae say? Can take the first world aspect and assume the Fae traits. Her body outline becomes indistinct. She is treated as though she has concealment. Oh, this could be a very roguish character with good on crits. I could see the Fae combined with the Trickster build, and also the Manticore combined with the Trickster build with the shots. Oh, that can be some nasty stuff going on there. The Fae form. Claws, wing, and tail are the attack. Okay. Oh, what are we getting plus here? We are getting a rogue talent. As I thought. Yeah. Very much improving the approach on being a huge crit dealer. The Fiend Flesh. What the frick is the Fiend Flesh? Infernal Claws. The Fiend Flesh claws are infused with rage and are creators from the evil outer planes. Fiend Flesh claws overcome the damage reduction of any evil outsider. This ability otherwise functions as the Shifter Claws feature. This alters the Shifter Claws. Okay, so we get other Shifter Claws that bypass. Interesting. Fiend Flesh Resilience we're getting. Get an armor bonus to our AC and a resistance to 5 to electricity and fire, but only while unencumbered and either wearing no armor or wearing light or medium or non-metal armor. Okay. Similar to the defensive instinct that we're losing here. Instead of defensive instinct, we're getting the fiendish resilience. Okay, interesting. And then we get the fiendish aspect. Then one in the form gains gore attacks. Ooh. Fiendish aspects could be nice together with maybe a tiefling, a demon build. A lot of gore attacks. Yeah. I see the direction this is going. Then we have the Rage Shaper. This is interesting. He's losing the claws completely, but instead he gets a terrible slam. Can deliver blows that demolish his foes. This function, as the Shifter claws, as well expect his natural weapons, are treated as slam attacks. Additionally, the Rage Shaper terrible slam deals increased damage to constructs. At first level, Terrible Slam deals 5 additional points of damage to constructs, and so on and so forth. At will, a Rage Shaper in his natural form can gain 2 slam attacks as a swift action to use as a weapon. The slam can be used as a primary natural attack, dealing 1d4 points of bludgeoning damage. As a Rage Shifter gains level, the power of its slams increases, and then also ignores everything. This could be... Oh, we could use this for our Obelix class that I wanted to do with like, I wanted to make the monk into an Obelix, but this slam attack, like, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Asterix and Obelix. Asterix and Obelix are two Gallic? I don't know the English term for it. Gallic people who have their magical potion that they drink and then become super strong and slap the shit out of the Romans. I wanted to create such a class, and I went for a monk, but it didn't really felt like Obelix. It felt too monkish, too agile. I wanted something more beefy that just can take in a lot of hits and then just slam back like a brick. This could be it. This could be it. But yeah, let's talk towards the end. What kind of characters I could see us making. Bludgeoning damage, exactly. Good. What else? We're losing the defensive instinct. And we're losing the shifter aspect. But we're gaining, therefore, the invulnerable defense. The Rage Shifter becomes difficult to harm in his devastating form whenever the Rage Shifter takes on his devastating form and his encumbrances. And either wearing no armor or wearing light armor, non-metal armor, he gains a +2 natural armor bonus to his AC. And damage reduction. And damage reduction. This replaces defensive instincts, chimeric aspect, and greater chimeric aspect. Yes. Okay. A +2. And this one is an +1 to the EC. Okay. A +2. It's 10th level, a +5. 15, 7, 20 at 10. His natural armor bonus to an AC increased by 4. Holy moly. Okay. Yeah. That could be definitely an Obelix build. What are we getting later down with the devastating form? Can enter a state of intense fury, transforming into a living engine of destruction. This ability function as the Barbarian's Rage class feature, except entering the states of fury requires a swift action. The Rage Shifter can maintain this form for 1 minute. The Rage Shaper gains all benefits of a Barbarian Rage and grows 1 size category larger. Oh. The Rage Shaper can use Devastating Form a number of times per day equal to his Shifter level. The Limitless Rage mythic ability removes this restriction. Oh ho ho. Once per use of Devastating Form, a Rage Shaper can use the Ground Slam ability. Once per use of Devastating Form. Ground Slam, okay? Once per use of Devastating Form, a Rager can slam the ground, dealing 1d8 bludgeoning damage per shifter level, plus an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every enemy hit by this ability to all enemies within 20 feet of him and knocking them prone. What the fuck? Dude, this is like building Hulk. Okay, I can see an Obelix class in a Hulk meme kind of class out of this. Maybe an orc, like a half orc, and like, orc smash. Wow. Successful reflex, DC halves the damage negates being knocked prone. Okay. Wow. When Rage Shifter ends his Devastating Form ability, he is fatigued for 5 rounds. The Rage Shifter cannot enter Devastating Form again while fatigued or exhausted. If the Rage Shifter falls unconscious, his Devastating Form ends immediately. Okay. At 10th level, the Rage Shifter can grow up to a maximum of 2 size categories larger. And if his Devastating Form, his Rage is now treated as a Greater Rage, as a Barbarian ability of the same name. And damage die of his Ground Slam ability increases to a D8. So 1d8 bludgeoning damage plus 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every enemy within 20 feet. Fucking hell, that's crazy. Rage Shifter gains a +4 racial bonus on his Strength ability score and improved natural attacks abilities with his Slam attack. In Devastating Form, his Rage is now treated as a Mighty Rage. Oh, is it D10? This replaces Wild Shape, Shifter Aspect, and all improvements to the Shifter Aspect. The Devastating Form. Okay. Wow. And lastly, we have the Wild Effigy. Still takes the shape of a natural animal, but rather than transforming her body into flesh and muscle, she transforms into a constructed effigies of her chosen aspect. Loses the defensive instinct and the track ability. Therefore, we get the armor plating. Wild effigy animal aspects are made out of carved living rock. When a wild effigy is shifted into one of her minor or major aspects, she gains damage reduction, where N is equal to the shifter level. So this mixed with armor. Okay. Heart of Earth. At 4th level, the Wild Effigy Stone aspects no longer require even the semblance of flesh and blood to function. When a Wild Effigy is shifted into a minor or major aspect, or is transformed into one of her aspects using the Wild Shape, she adds the Ferocity ability to the list of that aspect's feature and gain a 25% chance to ignore a critical hit and precision damage. This does not stack with Fortification Armor property or similar effects. Okay, but still, wow. And we get instead of we get Stone Claws. Can sacrifice minutes from her aspect's minor forms to turn her claws into adamantine. By extending the -1 minute increment of her shifter's minor abilities as a swift action. She can grant her shifter claws to ignore an amount of damage reduction or hardness equals to her shifter level for 1 minute. This is insane. And then we have the classical shifts thing here going on. Okay. Okay. So, question here now is, what kind of character shall we go for? And can we picture? Depending on what kind of character we're gonna grab as the main character, and what you guys in the comments like most, and come up with most, and like, you know, give the thumbs up to it, and we'll see that happen. We're gonna tackle that. I'll grab an AI or something to make us a portrait really quickly, depicting our character, and let me know. Let me know what kind of character and background and story we should go with it. With the main focus of getting the new companion into the group and romancing said companion. So I was thinking of an Viking-like dragon blood female character that probably lived for a long time And this event of the world wound opening and whatnot brought her back into an state of not being out of stone. Maybe we go like the same aspect or same way as our new companion, that we've been petrified, and for some reason we're unpetrified and want to fix the world wound because we're also Sarkorian. Let's see if there is a background for, just grab quickly human. We're gonna go for female human. Is there any background that says Sarkorian or something? No. Noble. Of the Linear Kingdoms. Okay, I can't think of one right now out of the head. Maybe you guys know. So one character would be an human dragon shifter, dragon blood shifter, female human dragon blood shifter. The other one that I could think of is Obelix, or a version of Obelix, as an rage shaper. But then we're gonna go not romancing the new companion, or we could do. Well, why not? Or an She-Hulk that we can make, like an half-orc. Half-orc She-Hulk. She-Orc. Half-orc She-Orc. She-Hulk. Jeebus. That's a tongue breaker. And go down the Rage Shaper class. But these come up to my head as an idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna give them their own portraits and make it over in AI and craft something. Or maybe you have already, when you post the character, a picture that you would like to use for that run. And let me know. What do you think? See you soon with episode 1 and the beginning of our grand adventure. Backseating is allowed, story spoilers are not. We're gonna discuss the path that we go together and make the decisions together. Until then, bye-bye, Vikings.